Governor J.B. Pritzker has a plan to raise more than $1 billion in state revenue by legalizing recreational marijuana and sports betting. And that's our top story tonight. Good evening, and thanks for joining us. I'm Mayor Kawash.
And I'm Parker Valentine. J.B. Pritzker makes his first budget address as governor, and he doesn't hold back on plans to raise money and how to spend it on education, health and human services, and public safety.
Pritzker is making a widespread proposal, with one of his biggest points coming in higher education funding, with an attempt to keep Illinois students in the state.
I've also focused on reversing the damage done to higher education by the budget impasse. College affordability is a paramount investment in near-term economic growth for our state.
After years of layoffs and budget cuts, higher education in the state of Illinois hears some refreshing words from its new governor, J.B. Pritzker. Pritzker made his first budget address earlier today, and in that address came a proposal for a 5% increase to higher education funding. Schools like Eastern Illinois will reap the benefits of that, but Vice President of Business Affairs Paul McCann says they actually asked for a larger increase from the state.
And a 5% increase is good. We had asked for 10, so we still hope for more, but we'll see.
McCann says if the 5% increase stands, then that would give universities like Eastern about $2 million more in funding. While that is a step forward than the past couple of years, McCann says schools like Eastern are still trying to get back to where they were financially nearly 5 years ago.
This still is below the last few years. 2015 was the most recent high water mark, and that was about $44 million. This will take us back up to about $41 million.
Pritzker also proposed a $50 million budget to monetary award programs for students, as well as an additional $10 million increase to the Aim High Scholar Program, which is an effort to keep some of Illinois' top students in the state. Along with funding to higher education, Pritzker is moving along with his $15 minimum wage legislation, and by approving the raise in minimum wage, McCann says higher education is actually affected by that too.
Tuition and fees may have to increase in order to cover the minimum wage increase, or we'll have to get more money from the state. This is a good start on that promise from the state that they would help us with those additional costs.
So how is the governor proposing to generate revenue? Well, he's proposing a 32 cents per pack hike in the state's cigarette tax and legalizing recreational marijuana and sports betting. The governor also wants a tax on insurance companies and to reform the income tax system with a graduated tax based on income.